Individual deceased in the vehicle. It's been complicated because there was some fire, to say the least, with that vehicle. We believe that individual is deceased. No kids, this is the important thing, no kids or no staff is injured whatsoever. Okay? So we have no victims other than one of the lead security people was hit by the car and was taken to the hospital for treatment. That individual should be okay. So far, that's our information to this point. We have agencies from all over. Obviously, ATF is here, FBI. More than likely will be taking the lead on this based on some of the preliminary investigative information we have, but we're not going to go into that at this point. But we want to assure the community it doesn't appear to be anything active. We're still clearing the area. We're going to clear vehicles for any explosive devices, the building, etc. Unification of the families and the kids are in progress. We've accounted for everybody that we believe was in the building at the time. So we're on path to continue to maybe pivot to, is there anybody else involved, and the investigative side of what's happened.
So you confirm that it was security that shot and killed the suspect here?
Well, we can't say what killed him at this point, but security did engage the suspect with gunfire.
Did the suspect have a weapon?
We can't get into a lot of that stuff, but he breached the building, drove down the hall, and he was engaged by security.
So do we know, did he ever fire shots, the suspect?
Preliminarily, we have some information, but nothing that we confirm, so we're not going to go into it.
Where did he breach the building? The front?
He drove in through doors with a vehicle.
There's only one person in that vehicle?
That's what it appears at this point.
What do we know about this fire?
Something ignited in the vehicle. That's a work in progress. We're, through an abundance of caution, clearing the vehicle for IEDs or any explosives. We've got a significant number of bomb dogs on site, bomb techs on site, and all of that's going to be done to check the boxes. We have deployed resources all across the county, just in case, out of an abundance of caution, that there may be a secondary site, but we don't have any information at this time to believe that. So we want people to take a breath. No one was hurt. We're on top of it. The chief and his team got here fast. Everything that was supposed to happen happened. Security did their job, and then the responders did theirs.
Was it a Michigan?
Sheriff, what did the call come out as?
I believe it came out as an active shooter.
Yeah.
Where and when did you actually neutralize the threat? Where was
The vehicle's in the hallway of the building, inside the building.
he was shot right there?
Again, I can't tell you what he died of until we get a little further. We haven't actually gone into the car. It's still being cleared.
So we do know that the security guard shot this.
They shot
at them, but it's unclear if he was killed.
You know, situations like this, you never know if somebody's trapped sometimes to kill themselves. So the suspect was engaged. Is the clearest sentence I can give you.
What is the condition of the security officer?
From information I got, he should be okay. He was knocked unconscious.
So it's a different security officer who fired the shot?
There were multiple security officers on scene, and the one that was hurt was pulled from that area by his team.
Where's the car registered from?
We're not going to get into the specifics in the car at this point.
You see what type of car it is, sir? A truck or an SUV?
It was
West Bloomfield scene, the sheriff's scene. I know everybody's here.
Everybody's here, more than likely, based on a couple early pieces of information. The FBI may take the lead. That's yet to be formally determined.
Were there explosives in his vehicle?
That's yet to be cleared.
How much damage to the building from the fire?
That I can't even tell you. You couldn't even see the hall was completely clear. We had to send people in with gas masks to clear that area. All the way in the building.
Do we know how fast?
Formally determined.
Were there explosives in his vehicle?
That's yet to be cleared.
How much damage to the building from the fire?
That I can't even tell you. You couldn't even see the hall was completely clear. We had to send people in with gas masks to clear that area.
Did the car actually enter all the way into the building?
All the way in the building.
All the way in. Do we know how fast he was going?
It's hard to say how fast. I mean, he was traveling with purpose down the hall from my look at the video.
Are we?
This could have been a far worse situation considering the severity of it, him getting into the building, whatever may have been in the vehicle. Talk about just the response, those security guards, and how this could be far worse than what we're reporting and seeing right now.
No, absolutely. In fact, what I would tell you is that I am deeply proud of the response, not only from the security that was on site, but also of all the police officers and the firefighters that are here now. We train on active shooter events a lot. The county has a consortium, OPTAC, that trains the entire county on active shooter tactics, and that's something that we believe in and that we support, and I think that training certainly helps to mitigate what happened here today.
And the chief has been in contact with all of the facilities for weeks, and not just on the last couple of weeks, but constantly forever. But in the last couple of weeks, even a lot more integrated communication. You know, I mean, there are always, and all of the agencies in Oak County are partnering with their religious institutions and schools. And anytime there's a concern, there's communication, there's extra patrol, extra attention, extra warnings. That had all happened for the weeks leading up to this. And the team inside that building was very queued up. And I know the chief had communicated directly with their head of security weeks ago.
Were there any directed threats at this specific time?
There was no specific chatter about any institution or facility in Oakland County, but they were all on alert.
Sheriff, we see vehicles leaving. Is it all clear of an issue? Is the shelter in place still in effect?
It's still in place until we clear vehicles and make sure there's no IEDs or other secondary potential. But we believe there's nothing active at the moment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
So it's likely that there could be another press conference here, maybe within the next 2 hours.
Okay.
Right here at this
Yes,
location.
guys. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got them all in reunification.
Do you know when staff might be able to get back to the building?